Welcome to Module 3. In this module, we're going to discuss the authoring environments Minecraft and Scratch as potential games that you could use in your class. Now, in this lesson, our particular objective is to evaluate how you might use these tools and why you might use these tools, particularly in your K-12 virtual education. Now, what's Minecraft? And by the way, both of these tools are becoming really popular in education, and we're seeing a definite growth in using both Minecraft and Scratch in children of all ages in schools. These are not limited to 13 and up like social technologies, and both of these technologies can be very applicable to children as young as 6 or 7 years old. So let's first start talking about Minecraft. What is Minecraft? You've probably seen bits and pieces of Minecraft in various promotions and things that you can purchase in the stores, and you've probably heard about it. Maybe you have kids that like to play with Minecraft themselves. Well, Minecraft is technically a game authoring environment and a game itself. It was launched in 2009 and since then has sold over 20 million copies. So Minecraft allows you to really build anything you can imagine and play a game in that world that you've built. There is a specific education version of Minecraft called Minecraft EDU. By the way, anybody can download Minecraft. You can license Minecraft as well, and you can specifically license Minecraft EDU in order to have a special private space for your class or your school or your district where only students from your class, school, or district actually play in that world. If you use regular Minecraft, students are going to play in whatever world they subscribe to and could be in there with all sorts of different people. So a lot of schools prefer to use Minecraft EDU. There's also very specific resources, a teacher wiki associated with Minecraft EDU, and lots of teachers sharing lessons for how they use Minecraft in education. And lots of free options with Minecraft EDU. Now, before we talk about how you might use it, let me give you a little bit of a visual of Minecraft, because especially if you've never experienced Minecraft or have never heard of it before, it probably is confusing as what exactly would it do and how is this going to work in my classroom? So imagine you're in a computer game and you're given some randomly generated terrain. And then you're given boxes and items and materials from the world around you to then build spaces. You can build buildings, shelters, collect materials, and get prepared for the evenings when all sorts of creatures come out and you start to play a game. Now, you do have to fend off these creatures like zombies and mobsters and all sorts of things. There is no blood and gore. It does work very well with kids at a very young age. And the graphics are pretty simple. It's interesting. It's very simple to sort of begin to build these spaces and protect yourselves at night. But what's really cool is in this very simple and easy to start to use environment, students will quickly create pretty magnificent things. And in fact, they not only create this magnificent things, but they go and research how to do it. They go connect with experts. They go talk about how to create this world that's in their own mind, their own visions, or could be part of a lesson. So how would you use potentially Minecraft in your lessons? You might want to use this as a way to build teamwork and have students come together and create a joint world together and learn how to work together in that space while having fun in this game. You could use it in a way to teach conservation. There's a number of Minecraft examples where teachers have had students recreate famous architecture, famous spaces, create ecosystems, and learn about those ecosystems in those places from a conservation perspective as they're doing that. You have to do a fair amount of research to get precise about what you're trying to build and also on how to build what you're trying to build in order to create something that's in your mind. It's a great way to challenge students to do that research and to learn how to build and be creative. You could do the same with history or geography or math even. Have students tackle a problem, build a world, create spaces, create buildings, and play this game all while learning these ancillary topics. You can even do filmmaking, believe it or not, with Minecraft. I had a teacher that I worked with that had students create movies based on scripts that they wrote, and they made the movies in Minecraft. It was a great way for them to create sets, a very low bandwidth way. They had a class doing it, and they were able to create these movies through Minecraft. I encourage you, there's tons of resources and lessons out there, and there are also MOOCs out there if you want to learn more about using Minecraft in education that can help you get all the logistics. How do you sign up? How do you get a world set up? How do you use Minecraft EDU? How do you get your students started using it? And then how do you work with understanding how to use Minecraft, especially when your students may know a lot more about it than you do. So I encourage you to explore it. The second authoring environment that's really valuable and that's become a hit, particularly with the younger students, the age 5, 6, 7 through 10, is Scratch. Scratch was launched in 2007 by MIT, and it's a programming language. It's not just a game, really. It's more about programming and creating interactive stories and art and music, and you can create games. But it's more geared like a programming language and less geared like a building blocks environment like a Minecraft is. It is also completely free, and it is meant for students. It's meant for teaching and learning. Now let's get a visual of what Scratch may look like. In Scratch, you start with a new project. In this case, we've got the Scratch Cat, and the Scratch Cat is ready to do something. And you're going to see blocks. So you take those blocks, and often those are movements or activities or things that you want to have that cat do. So these blocks are those programming cues. And you go and you add a movement to that cat. So you could add him, he could jump, or he could shake. Well, you can then add more and more and more. So not only do you now have this cat, but you can draw or bring in other items that you add to your program. You can have those other items interact and have actions and movements and create movies just like you could in Minecraft. You could create art, you could create music, stories, all sorts of things, all while learning technology. So Scratch is a great environment, a great free environment, as I mentioned, that helps students learn some very basic and even advanced programming. And that's a valuable skill for students in this world, particularly just understanding how programming works. You can have students use this environment to do music and art and language, great ways to demonstrate and to work through concepts in a very visual way that they may be learning, especially in the younger years. You could even have students learn more about technology in general. So it's not even just about programming, but it's how technology works and how systems work and interact and are at play. Or you could do even more advanced kinds of activities where you're having students recreate worlds and research worlds all within Scratch. Once again, the great thing about Scratch is it's really good for the younger ages, and much of what we've talked about in this course is ideal for older students. This is great for younger students. It's free. They can get in there and build something very quickly and feel good about themselves very quickly, but you can create some pretty complex lessons around it as well. Now, some of the challenges, though, with using Scratch can be the familiarity. If they've never used it or are confused by the concept of creating a program, it might take them a little bit to learn that. And they also have to think about how much play is at play and keeping them on target with the learning outcomes, or what are they trying to build. Just keeping them focused in that. They can get distracted by the play, which is a good thing, but can shift off of your activity or make your activity take longer than it should. It also takes a fair amount of time to plan, and as teachers, we may not be as familiar, once again, with Scratch as we are with other tools that we're having students use. So it takes time for us to learn how to use it, plan our lessons, and build out the activity in an effective way. The good news is there's an awesome Scratch community out there of K-12 teachers talking about how to use Scratch in their classroom and having lessons, and in the US aligned to Common Core even, where you can implement Scratch lessons really easily in your class. The last thing that's a challenge, and this will be a challenge with Scratch and Minecraft, is just managing the unexpected. You never know what's going to happen, what somebody's going to build, how they're going to play with it, and so just being prepared for the unexpected is important and can be challenging at a distance, so just be mindful of that and ready to tackle it when you need to. Now let's talk a little bit about what we just discussed with Minecraft and Scratch as examples. Let's say you have kids aged 7 to 10 and you're interested in using Scratch in support of one of your lessons. Think about a lesson you might do with students ages 7 through 10. How could you incorporate Scratch to make that a really engaging lesson, but even more important, to make that a really effective lesson or a better way to teach something? What's something that could be done really well? Or go research the Scratch community, it's linked on your resources page, and find a great lesson that you'd be interested in implementing and think about why.